Hello, my name is Anjali and I'm the Director of Marketing, and this is David, the Director of Brand Management, and we are both representing Hotel Gen. Thank you for the opportunity and thank you so much for meeting here with us today. Over the last couple months, my colleague and I have been tirelessly working to evaluate the proposal that you have sent our team, and we have come up with a risk evaluation and an alternate. Before we begin, I would like to go over a plan summary. We went through the proposal and have given bits of advice so that Hotel Gen is operating at the best that it can be. We have slightly modified the proposal that you have sent us to better match with the brand image and the goals that we as a brand are looking to achieve in the next couple years. David is going to start us off by talking about Hotel Gen and the difference between goods and services.
Why did people choose Hotel Gen? Well, all Hotel Gen hotels have full-service restaurants, in-room dining, and other amenities such as a game room and a large pool. All these things are considered services, which have a distinct difference from goods. Although they both hold monetary value and satisfy the customer, goods are always tangible, such as food and clothes, whereas services are not tangible and they usually involve some sort of action like transportation or even a massage. These services that Hotel Gen offers is what allows us to stand out from other competing companies. Diving deeper into the industry itself, appealing services aren't the only thing people look for when choosing a hospitality and tourism site. Location, price, and reputation are three other big key factors in the decision-making process. First is location. Many people travel to visit and view different attractions such as beaches, local activities, or historical landmarks. Having their stay be as close to these things will allow for better ease of access and ultimately less transportation fees that the consumer has to pay. However, Hotel Gen is covered on this part as we have 400 and soon to be 450 locations spread across the United States. Another important consideration is price. Having a price that is affordable will appeal to a larger target market of people as more people will be able to take advantage of the lower cost. And having a strong, trustworthy reputation will solidify their choice, knowing that high quality is guaranteed from the brand. Next, Anjali will go into more depth about pricing and how it directly relates to the proposed plan.
Pricing is a really big factor in the hotel business. Pricing affects the brand presence of a company and reflects the values that a company is looking to portray. We, as a brand, need to ensure that our prices are low enough to compete with the other hotels that surround us, as well as have a good enough service quality that we can charge a little bit more than our competitors and rightfully justify this to our customers. Ultimately, our goal is to generate profit. The plan that you have sent us consists of adding a private kitchen, as well as 2 private dining rooms to each of the 100 locations, half of which are newly constructed and half of which will be renovated. Over the last couple of months, we have looked at other hotels in the region and the cost breakdown that they had to make renovations like the ones we are looking to make. The cost to fully furnish and set up a private kitchen ranges from $15,000 to $25,000. This would not be the only cost for the private kitchen. We would need to fully include other appliances and other amenities in the kitchen, which would cost the hotel another $1,000 at least. The price to set up the private dining rooms would not be nearly as much and would round to approximately $5,000 with high-quality dining tables and chairs included. We would also need to keep in mind that the hotel would make an end profit off of all of these renovations, and we would be able to cover these costs in the end. Overall, this project will cost the hotel upwards of $26,000 per location. This money would come out of the hotel's income and has a chance of affecting the other services that the hotel is providing currently. Alternatively, Hotel Gen could avoid the risk of not making up this money by offering a different plan for the big groups that are looking for a place to stay. I will go into this plan a little bit later, but for now, it is important to note that our profit also could be affected by the way that our competition is fighting back. David will now talk about the advantages of competition, and will talk about what exactly competition means in the hospitality and tourism industry.
Competition is when companies and brands who are in the same market compete against each other. In this case, it's the hospitality and tourism industry. Companies compete over who offers the best service and overall which brand should be the customer's #1 choice when wanting to go on vacation. The proposed plan of adding private kitchens and private dining rooms to Hotel Gen locations will cause the brand to stand out from its competing hotels and match up with competing hospitality brands such as home rental services. First, it'll allow Hotel Gen to stand out from other hotels because this will offer the guests more freedom to do what they want with their food and more privacy while dining with their friends and family. Guests may be more inclined to buy the private dining package if they're wanting to save money on food, because making it yourself is definitely cheaper than dining out. Not only does this make Hotel Gen stand out from hotels, it allows the company to finally compete with rental home companies such as Airbnb, as self-dining is not their only advantage anymore. However, with advantages come disadvantages. Having a private kitchen may make more people turn away from Hotel Gen and instead consider a home rental service, because being able to use a private kitchen is an additional fee that one must pay. This will cause more consumers to choose a home rental because it is a fraction of the price. Another thing is adding the self-service may drag the company away from its own reputation of being a luxury full-service hotel. One would expect to have the services laid out for them at their stay, but having a private kitchen may seem like the company does not want to do their work. This proposed plan could possibly work, but also has a high possibility of backfiring, costing this business money and overall the reputation. While we're on the topic of risks, Anjali will dive deeper into that next.
Being a large chain of hotels, we are at risk for many of the following business risks. We have big competitors like Airbnb who give users the chance to book houses and live together as a large group rather than in small separate rooms in our hotel. Our pricing must match that of Airbnb and would appeal to customers if we looked into ensuring our prices stayed just below the prices of the places to stay around us. We are also at risk for fluctuating product quality because all of the hotel branches depend on the people that work in the hotel. This also translates into human risk. Human risk is dependent on the employees that we hire and the way that their morals line up with the hotel's brand image. We are going to combat this by making sure that the employees that we hire are the best of the best. Lastly, we are vulnerable to economic risk. The idea that based on the fluctuating competition around us, we could lose profit. This is even more prevalent since we are a business in the hotel and tourism industry. With the plan that David and I are proposing, we are trying to make sure that the hotel makes the most money while also broadening our horizons. Overall, as our team has gone through the proposal that you have sent us, we have a couple suggestions. The reason that people choose hotels is because they have ease of access and offer people assistance. We believe that for Hotel Gen to make the most money and maximize on profits, a different plan will help us meet our goal. By setting up specific packages for groups of people, we will ensure that large groups feel comfortable and at ease for booking for many people. We will also work with the restaurants in our hotels to give the groups a special provision and encourage them to book. Many people steer away from booking in large groups because there is difficulty in coordinating many different things. With the provisions we will give them and the assistance from our hotel staff, they will be able to enjoy benefits for booking in a large group at our hotel and in turn will likely return again in the future. This will let the large groups know that we will work with them to give them the hotel experience that they desire regardless of how many people are in their group. We believe that the suggestions we have outlined above will give Hotel Gen the best opportunity rather than setting up dining rooms that could be a high-risk, low-reward situation. Your team has sent us a couple of questions beforehand that they would like us to answer. David will talk about the first two questions.
The first question that was asked is, what type of waivers should the company have guests utilizing the private kitchen sign? And the second is, why is it important to have signed guest waivers on file? Luckily, both these questions go together. First, Hotel Gen should have all guests who are expected to utilize the private kitchen sign a liability waiver form. This form should include components that protect our company in case any accident occurs, and that the guest will take full responsibility, and this includes medical fees. This form will ensure that guests using the kitchen, they're doing it at their own discretion while knowing the risks that come with any normal kitchen and its appliances. It is important that we have these files on deck because in case something does happen, our company will be protected from lawsuits and other legal defamations. These waivers will act as evidence that Hotel Gen isn't at fault of any potential accident. This will prevent anything from tarnishing the brand's reputation, ensuring that in the future, customers will still choose our services, meaning the continual increase in profit. Next, Anjali will answer the last and final question that was given to us beforehand.
The last question that we were given was pertaining to the training that Hotel Gen employees would need to receive due to the setup of the private kitchen and dining rooms. Hotel staff would need to be prepared to assist in helping families set up the private kitchen and would need to be trained in how to schedule time slots for the families to take the kitchen to use. On top of this, the hotel staff would need to ensure that regardless of family size, none of the hotel codes are being violated and that the family is adhering to the rules and regulations that are outlined in the waiver and forms that will be signed, like David talked about above. The cleanup time will need to be the lowest possible so that turnaround time is fast and more families can use the kitchens and dining rooms. Our janitorial team will need to be on standby to make sure there is never an idle moment that is being wasted. We have created a proposed plan that we have outlined above. In case you would like us to send the plan over or would like to schedule another meeting to go over everything, please reach out to me and David at anjali@hotelgen.com and david@hotelgen.com. Thank you for your time, and please let us know if there are any more questions that we could help answer.